Hi, everyone, and welcome to the demo day of Google for Startup Growth Academy 2020. My name is Elena, and I was the host of this program during the last 12 weeks, and I will be the host of this event today too. Demo Day, the culmination of our program, and it's an exciting day for all the startups who joined us. Traditionally, we will use Google Meet to communicate. You can ask questions in the chat, and also you can present your screen. All the startups will present their screens from their own computers, so please pay attention to the small button in the lower right corner, present screen. You will need this to present your presentation, to share your presentation. When you start presenting, please press this button and choose whatever tab you want to share. And then when you finish your presentation, please stop sharing your screen so the other team can start sharing their screen. Also, I would like to ask you to turn on your cameras so we can see each other and not only hear each other. Please, let's make this event closer to the offline format. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure that we all will be happy see each other's faces. Awesome. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone, again. And this is our agenda for today. Kickoff is where we are right now. After this, we will meet our investors. They will introduce themselves briefly, and then the pitching will start. Every team will have up to 7 minutes for the pitch, and then after the pitch, investors will be able to ask their questions. One question per investor and up to 1 minute to answer this question. Timing is very important now, so please don't overuse your time. If you overuse your time, I'll have to interrupt you and stop you, and I don't want the situation to happen as much as you do, so please let's keep track of time. After the pitching, every investor will have 3 to 5 minutes to give their feedback, wish you luck, and highlight the startups that they like the most. At the end, we'll have a little farewell and official closing of the program. Okay, I hope everything is clear and we can move further. Please meet our panel of investors. Denis Valvachov, Oskar Strachowiak, and Tim Kogan. Thank you so much for joining us. And now you can tell us a little bit about what you do and why you're here today. Denis, let's start with you. Can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi everybody. Is that okay? Hearing me? Hello.
Hello. Yeah, we can hear you. There is some noise in the background.
Okay. So my name is Denis. I'm CEO and founder of Ukrainian-based venture capital fund, QP Digital. So we are primarily focused in investments in such industries as AI, blockchain, game dev, IT logistics, and digital healthcare. And it will be interesting to hear not only about your product, but about your team, about your plans, because when the startup is younger, it's more valuable the team is. So thank you for invitation, and I'm looking forward with optimism.
Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. And let's move to Oskar. Are you here?
Hi, my name's Oskar Stachowiak. I'm one of the partners at the Entitled Ventures. We focus on Belarusian, Russian, Ukrainian startups. We're the people behind EPOM, VM, Pure out of Ukraine. And we have a new fund that's looking for startups as we speak to invest in. And I'm very excited to listen to what the crowd has to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sue. And now it's time for Tim to introduce himself.
Thanks, Lena. It's my pleasure to join this event. My name is Tim Kogan. I've been in investment business for over 10 years for now, and basically I'm doing whatever it takes to proceed with investments, with advisory business in corporate finance and M&A. So I'm currently an independent investment banker advising owners of large and mid-cap companies on shareholding strategy and M&A, as well as board member at Megogo, which is one of the most prominent startup founded in Ukraine during the last 10 years, as well as I'm co-managing partner of a small private equity fund, which is called Kogan Kravitz. We are focused on early stage Ukraine region, fast-growing businesses. I'm happy to provide my piece of advice to startups here, and good luck, everyone.
Thank you so much. And thank you to all the investors for joining us today. I hope you will enjoy the presentations of the startups. And without further ado, let's move to the main part of our day. Please meet our participants. Here are 7 startups that will present today in the order of presenting. We had to do some last-minute changes because of some small emergency situation with one of the startups, but it haven't changed much, but still please pay attention on this order again. Yeah. So the first startup will be Orti. We will start with you today. And I wish good luck to all the teams. Remember that you have 7 minutes to pitch your project, and then every investor can ask you up to 1 question, and you will have up to 1 minute to answer this question. Okay, let's move forward and start the pitching. Orti, please, you can share your screen now.
Okay, just a sec. Can you see my screen, guys?
Not yet. Yeah, but it's almost. Yeah, okay, we can see it now, and your time starts right now.
Okay, fantastic. Hello, everyone. My name is Stan, and I'm a co-founder of Orti. Today, we're going to talk about the future of restaurant business. So we all know that restaurants are struggling these days, but frankly speaking, it's not just the pandemic fault. People are still eating, right? We believe that restaurants overslept major digital transformation in their industry. In the course of recent years, and especially in 2020, consumer habits have changed. According to research made by Deloitte, 62% of customers named convenience as the #1 reason why they select a restaurant. Right now, restaurant business is controlled by third-party delivery companies like DoorDash, Uber Eats, Glovo, and so on. Those companies dictate prices, they control user base, and they charge high commissions that eat out a large chunk of restaurant margin. So we built Orti, all-in-one restaurant management system to help restaurants get online quickly. Orti has all means of digital ordering. You can order through a QR at the table, mobile application, website, Facebook ordering, Instagram ordering, you name it. We send orders to Orti POS and kitchen management system for processing. We also keep track of inventory and do analytics and reporting at the end of the day. Orti powerful CRM will automatically send notifications, individual promotions and vouchers to customer to increase average check and customer loyalty. So basically, it's the single system that restaurant needs to operate throughout the day, and all that you can see is available right after registration. Orti is easy. It's just like Shopify for restaurants. Our market is QSR and fast casual restaurants that comprise 75% of the total restaurants by volume. And we focus on small and medium restaurants that want to provide online ordering for their customers. We compete with traditional POS systems and other providers of online ordering, but we are at least 9 months ahead of them. Why? Because we started in Asia. Actually, our first customer was in Singapore in May 2019, about a year before the pandemic hit and the demand for online ordering skyrocketed in the West. For us, that experience was like a time travel machine where we were able to see the trends that were already implemented in Asia and just starting to unravel in the Western markets. So we decided to bring it to the West. Orti has a professional and diverse team. Mike was working for large IT consultancy. I closed M&A deals for more than $100 million. Artem is a talented engineer. He used to work in large outsourcing companies. And Kit built and exited from one of the largest Chinese POS companies with over 100,000 accounts. So now to the money. We make approximately $2 on every dollar we spend for customer acquisition. And we are growing really, really quick. It's 32% months on months in terms of GMV. Unlike other POS companies that are able to charge approximately $30 for per client, we are able to charge up to $300. That's basically a dream for any POS company on the market out there. And the key here is that we only charge for additional value-added services, specifically online ordering. In the future, as we grow, we can add additional revenue streams that can significantly increase our LTV. It can be personalized promotion fees, it can be data management, analytics, credit scoring, you name it. So the possibility for us to increase our LTV as we grow is endless. So why we think that Orti is a $1 billion deal? First of all, we capitalize on the trend of digital ordering and online ordering that is sweeping through the market right now. And we are able to charge significantly higher than a typical POS company out there. Second is our product has incredible stickiness. Once customers move to our platform, it's essentially impossible for them to switch to another provider without significantly downgrading the customer experience. And third, we are addressing a huge, huge market of almost 3/4 of all restaurants worldwide. So if you're interested in partnership or funding, please hit me up on social media or give me a call. Always ready to talk and meet new people. Thank you for your attention, and I'm ready to answer your questions.
Thank you so much, Stan. You used only 5.5 minutes, so that was cool. And we have time for questions now.
Yeah, I've got just one question. Okay, again. As far as I see, it looks like an enterprise resource planning system. Am I not right? Just say it me. But could you tell us about top 3 problems of end customers which you're trying to decide?
Okay, so in a way, you can tell that we try to strip out all unnecessary enterprise features and boil it down to the most essential that will be critical for small and medium restaurants to use. If I would name the major problem that restaurants have right now is basically going online and claiming their customer base back, because now the only way how they can sell is through companies like DoorDash and Uber Eats and so on. So they really want to reestablish that connection and provide delivery service to their customers, and also do takeaway, pickup, and other things. And of course, they are not capable of probably investing too much into IT infrastructure. So this solution has to be really, really lightweight. So I would say that would be the number, the key issues that we address.
Is it simple to make integrations with anything legacy?
Well, if you're meaning like existing POS systems, Orti is built in a way that it can run in parallel, and we provide integrations with accounting systems if that is required by the customer.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I just wanted to remind again that we have one question from one investor for every team, and up to 1 minute to answer this question.
Okay, this is a half question. Your client acquisition cost is 220, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And the issue is it's to go in depth on some question. There's no magic answer, but I think the way perhaps to look at your business is that where's the easiest fruit, let's say, for the cost. And what I mean by that is that if you compete in markets directly with the big guys, yeah, you are, let's say, pricing lower than others, but you have the high acquisition cost. And the pie is big enough. So for example, you wish to be $1 billion. You know what? You could do that just being in 3-4 countries and be worth $1 billion. You don't have to take on the world. Yeah. So think of it in terms of probabilities. What's the probability that you're going to take over the world? Very low. What's the probability that you can be very successful in 3-4 countries? Very high. Yeah. So point is, pick your countries well, because I see a whole bunch of randomness. You need network effect and not a whole bunch of randomness. That's just my comment.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. I agree with that. So in terms of our major markets, it's obviously North America. That's the market, the ultimate market that we want to be. So like on this slide, we can see our competition analysis based on that market. So we know quite a bit about the competition out there. Of course, there's like our home market, which is Ukraine and Eastern Europe. We are doing well there. And one of the co-founders is a Singaporean. So we also have a lot of insights in Southeast Asia. So that market is also performing well. But I agree with you completely. So we need to focus on our target market and be there and win.
Thank you so much. Team, do you have any questions?
Yeah, of course. Thank you very much, Stan. Fantastic presentation. Very straightforward question. What is your exit strategy? What is potential? Who is the potential off-taker who would pay off all investments made during the previous rounds? Do you consider it to be done via strategic acquisition or IPO? And what are the reasons for investors to basically make that acquisition?
Okay, so if you look at this slide, so there's a lot of unknowns. We don't know what's going to happen. So let's say if we will move on a traditional trajectory and we will be successful in the POS, like restaurant management software. So just recently, we've seen a lot of M&A activity by, Lightspeed buying Upserve. That was like one of our top competitors, now bought by another POS company that mainly focus on retail and not restaurants. So we see that will be a lot of consolidation. There is another large players out there like Toast that is also probably like looking at a number of acquisitions. So it can be like a merger or acquisition by a strategic player or a larger company. But if we will succeed with our vision in increasing the LTV and providing those value-added services and being like a all-in-one out-of-the-box solution for small and medium restaurants and continuously upselling and adding LTV, then I think that we can grow really, really, really big, and then we can look at other options like IPO and so on.
Thank you. Yeah, you used your 1 minute to answer your question, and yeah, we actually used all 3 minutes for the questions. So thank you so much. Thank you, Stan. Please stop sharing your screen. Okay. And before coming back to the next startup, I want to remind you that our event today is being recorded. We received all the permissions from the team to record this event, but remember about it, please. Okay, so we are moving forward, and the next team that is going to present today is Kids Locks. Please, Eugenia, is it you to present?
Hi, everybody. Give me a
Hi.
moment to share the screen. One moment. So here it is. Do you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it. Please press
Thank you.
present, and you can start.
Have you checked your phone messages, turned off the notifications, answered the call, or just dropped a note to a friend within the last 10 minutes? I'm pretty sure that you did, and believe me or not, but you are not alone. The statistics are fascinating. The average user will tap, swipe, or click the phone 2,600 times a day. Nearly 45% of people own smartphones worldwide, and only within the last 4 years, the number increased by 40%. In 3 years from now, there will be twice as many people who use smartphones. Average time adults spend on their phones and tablets is 3 hours. For kids and teenagers, the numbers are much higher and range from 6 to 9 hours a day. Sounds scary? You won't believe, but this number increases every year. It was hard and even close to impossible to raise children responsible device users until the area of parental control apps. Kids Locks is a pioneer in the niche and is well known around the world. Apart from screen time addiction, kids fall under cyberbullying that may cause emotional health disorders and physical health problems. Kids Locks is easy to use and has everything in the box to fight against the above problems. Daily limits and schedules help parents set time restrictions for screen time use. Content filtering protects kids from inappropriate content across all apps and browsers installed on the device. Individual blocking and constant lock protects kids from unwanted apps usage. It ensures kids' safety and parents' peace of mind. 3.5 billion people own a smartphone nowadays. Every fifth 8-year-old child is a smartphone user. 3.8 billion people are going to have smartphones by 2023. The market size is growing speedily and the need in parental control apps is increasing. Only 39% of parents use parental control apps now. Others either don't know about the solution or believe it's hard to install or use. We have all necessary guides and personal support to help parents make the setup process as easy as possible. Offline mode is a unique feature that ensures the app work on Android devices without access to the internet. Daily rewards help kids train healthy habits like walking the dog or watering the plants. The app has already been well received in many countries. For example, in Canada, it was endorsed and published in a book by Canadian parent tech specialist Amber Mack, Outsmarting Your Kids. Kids Locks team is a group of enthusiasts willing to help families all over the world build healthy relations and show the importance of quality time together. Our CEO, Victor, is an active Kids Locks user since the first app release and has successfully taught kids use their devices responsibly. We already have over 1 million installs and over 31,000 paid users with the LTV of $54 and continue growing. We are looking for an investment of $500,000 to improve the marketing campaigns and spread knowledge about Kids Locks to increase the number of our users. Our plan is to double the number of subscribers with an expected revenue of 3.6 million per year. So thank you for your attention, and if you have any questions, please go ahead, and it will be a pleasure for me to answer them.
Thank you so much. You also needed less than 5 minutes. Cool. but probably we have questions from the investors.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Evgenia, for your presentation. It sounds
You're welcome.
very impressive in terms of your figures. But I sound like a Captain Obvious when talking about that. What the difference between such solutions on Android, iOS? Could you emphasize, please, on your unfair advantages comparing with another solutions? Thank you.
Yeah, that's the main question that usually is asked. Well, the Kids Locks works is a multi-platform app that works on Android devices and iOS devices as well as desktop. So, for example, as there are lots of apps at the store, as well as the Screen Time app by Apple, but some of them won't work cross-platform and won't have, for example, the offline feature. Also, we are looking know the tendencies, follow them, and as soon as we think and see that there is a need in some new feature, our team of developers would do it. For example, during the last 2 years, we've added 4 features. One of them is the offline mode, for example, because the app works with the help of internet, but on Android devices, we have found this the way how to do it, and at the moment it works even offline. Also, there was a need in daily rewards.
Evgenia, I wanted to remind you that you have only 1 minute to answer a question.
Yeah. So those are the main things that we believe that will make our app better solution for parents.
It's clear. Thank you.
Thank you so much. More questions?
Yeah, this is Tim Kogan speaking. May I, Lena?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, basically, I'm a happy father of 3 daughters, so I understand how it's important to protect kids for something undesirable from the net. And I agree that the phenomena you presented is it's enormous. But I wonder if this phenomena has already transformed into a viable market. What is your assessment of market for these services, especially, I mean, protecting kids from undesirable content and activity related to their devices?
You mean
market size? Market size.
So the market size is really huge. As I told today, only 39% of parents are using parental control solutions. So we believe that this market is really huge. Lots of parental controls at the stores, but lots of them are only starting their way to the top, and at the moment there are maybe 5 of them at the market, and we very often hear that people come to one parental control and they choose us. This is like a feedback from our customers. They say the app is easier to use, or it is more user-friendly, or I don't know, the support is better because it's not automatic, so it's personalized. We have also phone support, so we believe that we can fight the market, and the market size is really huge. So the need is in parental control apps is increasing.
Thank you so much. Oscar, do you have questions?
Well, I don't have some magical question to make a decision, but I would just make a comment. One, if you know the market size, if you know the parameters of the market, that means it's already kind of, there's a lot of competitors obviously there. That's why Dennis brought it up. Second thing is that if that's the case, then do something different from others. I don't know, maybe partnerships. Go to your local retailer that sells toys and make a partnership with them and give them a kickback, for example, yeah? Also, I noticed some of your competitors, they don't have some other languages which have big populations like Arabic. And I don't know if that's the right solution, but I'm just saying that people aren't looking in some places. They're all going to where they think the pot of gold is, but then there's whole huge market to be taken.
Yeah, you are right. The localization is really important. This is why we've translated the app to 9 languages at the moment, and we are planning to increase the number to 13 languages, but it will take some time. Also, about partnership, we try to do it with the teleco companies. Some of I don't remember from where, but we did try it. It didn't work, but we thought about other partnership at the moment.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your presentation and good luck with the startup.
Thank you too.
Please stop sharing your screen now.
Yeah, one moment.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. And we're going further. The next startup that we'll be presenting now is Walk You Like. Are you here?
Yes, we're here. Hello, everyone. My name is Stanislav, and this is my colleague Katya. As I have poor level English and no practice, she helped me with the presentation, so is everyone comfortable. And after this, we answer to your questions. So let me share the presentation.
Can you see it now?
Yeah, we can see it now, and you can start.
Okay. So hello, everyone. Please let me start the presentation. My name is Katya. Let's start. So according to our research, there were 1.5 billion of travel enthusiasts around the world just in 2019. And once the COVID pandemic is over, those numbers are going to grow. And these same people who enjoy to travel and sightseeing, they just now were stuck in their hometowns and home cities, but still looking for something to do and to experience. So we see that demand for travel and the desire for travel, entertainment and sightseeing has not disappeared anywhere. It just changed its format and temporarily moved to the format of domestic tourism. Statistics tell us that, sorry. I'm just trying to move the presentation. Wait a second. Yeah, sorry. So statistics tell us that using traditional sources of information, you can find only 10 top promoted attractions, locations in the city. So only 10 top attractions in the city, and we have to believe that it's all the fun you can see. We don't think so, and actually we think that there are way more interesting places that are literally hidden just around the corner. So we would like to help you to find these places. We found a solution how to open the city to people and its visitors, taking into account their individual preferences and interests. So the project is called Walk You Like. So it's a walk you would really like. And it's an entertaining and extremely educational mobile application which offers city walks in a format of simple quests. So we have gathered a collection of mysteries to be solved, different stories forgotten by history, masterpieces which perhaps belong to art museums, secret location, and it's all in our application. And as well, you can find out what secrets your city or cities you visit really hold. And you can find interesting places to take pictures even, and then post it to your favorite social media. And it's all you just need for this Take and Walk You Like quest. So our app is made to fit individual preferences and likes. So in our application, you can either choose ready-made solution made by our experts, or create your own quest based on your personal preferences and interests. Once you are at the starting point of the quest, the application will give you a little story about this place. You would have to read it and then to pay attention to the details around you. After that, application would propose you a little task, and after answering the question or finding an object, the app would move you to the next destination. So you would move from one location to another location, and this is how your work becomes fun and adventurous. At the end, you would be given detailed statistics, so you can check all the places you have visited and even start new route. What is interesting about our app and that you don't need to adjust to any certain guide or group plan. You shouldn't stop where the guide says only. You can start your adventure whenever you want. You can make stops and then continue on. You can choose to walk yourself or with as a couple or with a group of friends, so you're completely free here. And as well, the gamification element in the quest fills it with meaning, and it becomes fun and you get new experience. Our themes are different, so they are varied. For example, in Ukraine, you can become a detective in Ternopil or find all the angels of Kiev hidden in the facades and architecture of buildings. So in each city, we have several quests, and this is why we are focused not only on travelers who like to visit only top attractions, the most popular attractions, but also on bored locals and on tourists who would like to walk as a local. So we are relevant to all these audiences. We have tested our product on real users, and we have positive feedback from them. And we also tested the process of creation quest and brought it into automated format. Now we are presenting 10 Ukrainian cities, and we have 39 quest routes, unique quest routes in those cities. And we know how to scale the product. So now we would like to, next year, we would like to be not only in Ukraine, but also in most European cities and countries, and then the whole world. We are committed, and we think that our application will become conquering for hearts of travelers all around the world. Now we are looking for opportunities and possibilities to add monetization to our application and to start selling quests with different in-app purchases models. For now, CPI is 23 cents, and our forecast for acquisition of active user is $5.50. And according to statistics of our application, one active user passes 2.5 routes. So with the cost for the quest about $10–12, and attracting of 1,000 users, for example, we can earn up to $25,000. And the more users we have, the more money we make, of course. After analyzing the market, we have found few major competitors, and you can see them here. And those competitors have similar products. But what makes us stand apart is that our product is concentrated not only ready-made solutions, but as well on individual preferences of the user, so we can generate quests for them. And in future, we plan to partner with local businesses, and this way to offer additional discounts and opportunities for our users. So speaking about our team, in the center you see Pasha. Pasha is our UI and UX designer. He's a great designer, and he's constantly working on improving the logics and the visual component of our project. Taras is a back-end developer, and he's responsible for all the technical part. And Stanislav, who is actually sitting next to me with poor level of English, he's in charge of all general issues, management, developing the project, attracting partners, users, and etc. If we're speaking about history, we go back to 2016 when the idea came to Stas. Then he found a team, and in 2018 we launched first working version of the application in Lviv. Then in 2019 we launched 10 quests in Kiev and started working with professional guides. And
I'm sorry, your 7 minutes is up.
Okay, sorry. So
sorry for
it was a bit
interrupting you.
information. Sure. So thank you for your attention. It was a brief information about our application. I hope everything is clear, and we are ready to answer your questions with pleasure.
Thank you so much.
I have a question. This is Oscar.
Mhm.
So in 2021, you plan to monetize, and you gave some figures. Were those figures on actual live cases that you did some test pilots? Can you explain?
Yeah, I will try as I can. So our application now works as non-paid quests, but we can see figures, how many downloads we have, how many registrations we have from this, and how many active users who actually complete quests. So based on installs and this costs, we just made a forecast, and on statistics, how many quests our active users do. So this is why we make this forecast that the acquisition of one active user is going to be around $5.50, and this is where it comes from. So I hope it's clear.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your answer. More questions?
Yep. Hello, team.
Hi.
Let's
Please
try
go
to
ahead.
Hello.
Now it's your turn.
Okay. Thank you. So basically, my question is very straightforward. What is your content strategy?
Sorry, our
Content strategy.
strategy. Okay, so we actually brought our content work into automated format, and it's almost automatical. So what we need to do is to find a person, a guide in a country, in any country, and he creates a quest for us, and then with all resources that already in the application, he adds this information into the application, and then we need a photographer from the country or city we are making quest in, and he's just with our quest we have special feature when the photographer can see places where he should be, so he just goes to the places he needs with the map, and then makes a picture, and then just adds it into the application. So it's almost automatical, but we need to find local let's say guides, because we want information in our application to be more professional and interesting and deep, and not just information from the internet. So this is why this is our strategy of content.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and one question from me. Could you tell about your plan for the next year in terms of key figures such as number of downloads and number of active users?
In this year, we have due 20,000 users, and it's about 2015 active users, and we want to increase this model in 15 or 100%, yes.
So we don't have a definite plan, to be honest, because we are just developing our project, but we want to grow, of course, and we would be happy to tell you exact numbers, but after more detailed calculations.
Okay, thank you. Nevertheless, you've got a brilliant presentation.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your presentation. Please stop sharing your screen so we can move forward. And the next team that is already preparing, I guess, is FlashBeats. Roman, are you ready?
Yeah. Yes, I'm sharing my screen.
Okay, so please share your screen.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, but it says loading.
Okay, wait a minute.
Maybe we should wait for some time. Okay. Seems
Okay.
like it's loaded.
Super.
Okay.
Hi to everyone. Hi to everyone. My name is Roman. I'm CEO and co-founder at FlashBeats. A few years ago, I was very impressed with the music concert where all the fans at the stadium turned on their flashlights and created incredible light show. Then I had a thought. Is it possible to unite all this light into a one network and be able to control each individual device to create something bigger? Last year, Alex and I decided to check technical feasibility of my imagination, and a few months later, we developed a technology for precise synchronization of unlimited quantity of phones. With help of this technology, we can create incredible light shows where we can, for sport or music events or even house parties, where we can create the synchronized light strokes, the running line, the light wave. We can show some images, sponsor ads, or even cartoons. Moreover, we figure out how to analyze fragment of music track, highlight rhythm in it, and create a light show for each specific song. We developed an SDK and are able to integrate our technology into a third-party application. And we developed peer-to-peer technology for a device connection at weak internet area. Here you can see the field test and how we control each device depending of position. For example, we use GPS to control devices. Here we are testing the speed of light wave at the parking place. Here you can see only 8 devices. Just imagine how it looked like with the 1000th one. And last year we made a field test with the New Year party with some company and make light show for them. So FlashBeats app for the house parties is already available at App Store. You can download it and test it with your friends during Christmas and New Year. It has tremendous network effect as every light show gets brighter with each new member. And for sure, it has a good viral effect because everyone want to post a video from the light show at their social networks. We have competitor in the B2B field. It named Q Audio. They use another technology, ultrasonic waves, and they can control only the crowd. So they cannot control each device, so they are limited in light effects. However, Q Audio team managed to sell dozens of light shows to well-known sponsors like Disney, Coca-Cola, NBA, etc. The market of entertainment is growth. The only App Store market reached $11 billion in 2023. And the global events industry also is growing. So that's why we estimate our serviceable obtainable market at least $200 million US. We are pretty good to scale. Now we have more than 600,000 downloads all over the world. Our main markets are USA, China, UK, Australia, etc. We monetize our B2C application with monthly and annual subscription and plan to sell customized live show for event organizers at negotiated price. We already generated revenue for the last year. 2020, we have about $200,000 US in annual recurring revenue. And now we are at the stage of developing Android application. We hope to finish it to the end of this year, to the new year. And next year, we will be ready to start B2B sales of our customized light show. This year we took part at a lot of competitions and became the finalist and winner, but the main was from Ukrainian Startup Fund, where we got the seed grant with amount of $50K US. We have a team of 2 experienced founders. In 2012, we launched our first project, which was on-demand service marketplace. We passed the accelerator, raised angel funds, and finally made exit to local investor. And now we are launching our third project. the COVID made significant change into the social behavior of people. So the mission of our team is to show that united people can create incredible things together. Thank you very much. Waiting for your questions.
Thank you so much, and thank you for being brief. You used less than 5 minutes. Cool.
Yeah. Roman, thank you. Hello, it's nice to meet you here, and probably it's amazing because on the one hand you are very well-known entrepreneur in Ukraine, but on the other hand it implies that you are a real serial entrepreneur. So I wish you luck. My question obviously about probable COVID. Do you plan any pivot of your end client segments?
Actually, we made the pivot before the COVID starts. It was last year, maybe last autumn. We started with B2B segments. We launched some pilot party with Atlas Weekend. We cooperated with Potap and Mozgi Entertainment. We launched the light show at Atlas Weekend, the first demo day. And then we had a lot of customer developments and negotiation with Kyivstar, Bez Imagine Music Band, Ideas Group, and other sponsors. And we decided to move to B2C segments. And now we are focusing on mobile application for making house parties, and it right now show good results in lifetime value and customer acquisition cost. It has tremendous network effect. So right now we are working on this direction. But when the lockdown ends, we plan to be on every music concert and sports events, and we think that we will put addition to esports. The niche is growing very fast, and in future we will focus on it also.
Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you break the rules and beat the COVID.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you so much. Okay, who is the next with the question?
I don't have questions so far.
Okay, Oscar?
Yes, Roman, can your technology be used in different ways?
I don't know which ways you want.
Is there another product that you could use to your technology?
Yeah, actually we can use, because the technology is not only about the light. It's about the thinking device and control them and making it it's scale technology. Yeah, we can control even 1 million or more devices and make some show or any I don't know what is idea, but we control light, and we can control the video, and we also made the syncing of audio. So it's all about syncing and control each device. And we have SDK, so we can integrate into our, any applications and to make something great happen. I don't know.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So if team doesn't have any questions, we can move to the next team, right? Thank you, Roman. And we're moving to the next team, which is Saldo Apps. Metro,
right.
on the screen.
Sharing, do you see?
Not yet, but we can see it now. And
No?
you can start.
We can start? So, hello everyone. My name is Mitro, and I'm representing the company called Saldo Apps, which develops accounting and automation software for small businesses. So let's start. First of all, I want to introduce our team that develop our apps, and I'm responsible for the main metrics for our products and make our user happier. Nikolai, our tech leader, makes sure that the products have the required quality. Tolly is the main person in Android development who loves to implement new technologies. And the next one is Eduard, the main person in backend development. Ilya is a product designer who makes our applications very user-friendly and Anastasia, our marketer. I'm sure everyone is interested in what is the mission of the Saldo Apps company. Saldo Apps wants to develop a product line of mobile and web applications for accounting automation to help small businesses save their time and money. The most interesting thing is that we have an idea to unite the use of all applications under one account and with one subscription. It's Apple One just for business needs. At the moment, the list of such applications includes Invoice Maker, Mileage Tracker, Receipt Scanner, Point of Sale, and eBay. It's like a CRM for Amazon, eBay, and other marketplaces sellers in one place, in one app. Business expenses, personal expenses, and inventory manager. At Google Academy, we participate with our product called Invoice Maker, and Invoice Maker by Saldo Apps is a simple billing app that will take care of your invoices and estimates for your clients. Our app can create invoices and make estimates for your clients in minutes with preset templates. It easily convert estimates into invoices with one tap. And when everything is ready, we can share, email, print invoices and estimates with one tap. This app is designed perfectly for small business owners, self-employed contractors, entrepreneurs, or freelancers. The number of freelancers and small business owners is skyrocketing, and in the past 5 years, more than 4 million freelancers and small companies joined the US economy. Almost 30% of all Americans are now self-employed, and these are our potential clients. I would like to talk a little more about market validation and the main competitors of Invoice Maker. And I can say there are only two main competitors: is Invoice2go and Invoice Simple. These apps are the biggest players in the market, and we can observe that there are not so many installs when compared with other niches like fitness or other. But based on the revenue, we can decide that audience is solvent. Over 2 million per month App Store and Google Play revenue when in-app purchases only. Okay. At the moment, we differ from our competitors in a more convenient, modern, and simple user interface. But when we release a single subscription for all our products, then we will offer many more opportunities for business needs than other, because all competitors of the Invoice Maker don't make other business apps. So if we talk about monetization models, we have two ways. First is in-app purchases. We allow to make free invoices or estimates for free, and then $7.99 monthly, $49.99 annually, and we have lifetime license for $119. And second way is transactions fee. We take commission from online payments. For example, Stripe, it's almost 3% of the payment amount each. So our results, we don't have many installs, but we have very good conversion rates, more than 7% for iOS and more than 6% for Android from install to paid user and in US market. All of these numbers are based on organic traffic. We don't have paid traffic. Okay, I also propose to evaluate the dynamics of revenue growth. Unfortunately, I cannot open all the numbers as they refer to commercial information, but we see solid growth without tracking paid traffic year by year. And I also want to present our short roadmap for the next year. As we can see, for the first quarter, we plan launch version of our Invoice Maker. for the second quarter, we then launch 2 new products called Mileage Tracker and Receipt Scanner. For the next quarter, we finally launch cross-share subscription release. And the final quarter for the next year is launch of 2 new products, Expense Tracker and AmaBase CRM. So we need to require resources we have hiring plan, and we must hire some people to follow the roadmap. And first is user acquisition manager to attract new users using paid traffic. And our marketing specialist to communicate with our users via email and offer them some special promotional offers. A SMM manager to represent our brand on social media. Backend developer to develop new products. SEO specialist to promote web versions of our product. And UX designer to improve the user experience in our apps, and content manager to generate useful content for our users.
Dmitro, I'm sorry, but your 7 minutes. Oh, great.
I'm done.
Yeah, right on time.
Yeah.
Okay, then if that's it, thank you so much for your presentation, and we're moving to the Q&A section.
Yep, sure.
May I have one question, please?
Of course.
At first glance, it looks like a bloody ocean in terms of competitors, and it's too much competitors to dwell on each of them. But could you emphasize on your key features of your product?
The key features is our product is similar to our competitors, but we plan to offer one subscriptions to all of our financial and business apps in one account for all apps, in one subscription for all our apps. Because our competitors now have one app, like Invoice Maker, that's all. And Saldo, we have Mileage Tracker, Invoice Maker at the same price in one subscription, in one account.
Thank you so much. Yep. Do we have more questions from investors?
Yeah.
Maybe I missed it. The acquisition cost.
The acquisition cost right now we don't have any information about it because we don't have paid traffic, but we made some small tests, and like in Apple Search Ads, we have installed for US market for $10. It's a lot, but
thank you.
Yeah, question from me. Basically, what is your customer acquisition strategy?
Paid traffic, web version of our product, SEO strategy, content strategy, email strategy, and to promotional offers to our customers, users.
Understood. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your questions and for your answers, Dmitro. Please stop sharing your screen so we can move forward. Okay. And the next team is Bloomy Lab, and I would like to remind you that every team has 7 minutes to present their startup. And then every investor have up to 1 question, and the team has up to 1 minute to answer each question. We have just 2 teams left, so it's almost the finish line. Bloomy Lab, are you here?
Yeah, my name is Tanya. I'm from Bloomy Lab. Hi.
Hi, Tanya. And you can share your screen.
Okay. Let me see if you can see this.
Yeah. Yeah, we can see it now. It's perfect. You can start.
Can you see the presentation? Yes?
Yep.
Okay, great. Thank you. My name is Tanya. I'm a product manager at Bloomylab. Nice to meet you all. So Joy is a mood tracking and journaling app that helps people struggling with anxiety, mood swings, and negative thoughts. You know, it's all about self-care now. You can see people talking about it on social media, on TV, Reddit, etc. And when you start to notice that everyone goes to a therapist to work things out, you're thinking, maybe I need one too. And then you go to Google and you Google therapy, and here it comes. Americans spend hundreds of billions of dollars on mental health. There is no surprise, as an average cost per hour ranges between 100 to 200 per session. And you know that 2020 has become a year of mental health. Everyone is locked down in their apartments, left with their personal issues, all alone. People even lost their income and hence access to mental health support. So I would like to show you a comparison between our stats in February. We launched the app on 11th of February, and you can clearly see these are the stats of a first launched app. And then in March, in between 3 weeks, we are featured in UK App Store, and the numbers are drastically different. Like, they are huge compared to the first one. So yeah, people seek for an easy solution that will solve all their problems and make them happier. Nobody really wants to work on their problems themselves, digging deep into them, but you cannot avoid it. That's why Joy, by means of cognitive behavioral methods, help people define the negative triggers in easy and funny way and avoid them in the future. So who are these people who use Joy? So they are predominantly female, as women are twice more likely than men to have an anxiety disorder. They are college students, and we know this for a fact because a couple of colleges reached out to us, and they asked us to provide them with some discount or membership for the students, so they're interested. And young workers who are most prone to job burnout. So yeah, we estimated their mental health market, and it's quite huge. And we think we might capture the 180 million portion of the total revenue of this segment. And here are some unit economic metrics. As we have not yet had ads marketing, you can see that CAC metric is not highlighted, as we just think it's an approximate number. So yeah, the stickiness is not very high because the feature that is in high demand in the app is insights. And people don't really like it actually, and they tell us about it because they want it to be better. And it's not quite informative now, but we are working to improve it, and the new design will be ready by the end of December, so we're looking for it. The conversion rate from install to trials and from installs to paid users is, I don't think it's like really low, but it can be better. But you know, it's really hard to analyze the data when the app has been featured for half a year. Because the traffic is not targeted. So these users do not download Joy to who are struggling with anxiety, because they just see a cool icon and download it and go away, basically. Yeah. So regarding the competitors, the majority of mental health related apps are meditation apps. And I think you know that they do gain a lot of revenue, but we researched and found out that the retention rate is really low because people seek for quick solution, but it doesn't prevent or solve the actual mental health problem. So that is why Joy offer CBT methods when people can cope with their problems themselves and prevent some serious mental health illnesses. So yeah, the roadmap. So by the end of September 2021, we're planning to have 225,000 installs per month, 22,500 trials, and 9,000 paid users with a conversion rate of 10%. That will lead to revenue of 225,000. So meet the team. Alex, Maria, and I are the co-founders of Joy. We have been working together for 5 years now. We have built a successful 3D visualization company in New York. And we decided to focus on mobile apps a year ago. So our designers and our developers overcome a lot. We gain respect and trust within our team. We think in one direction. In 9 months, we created 19 apps. In 3 months, we created 19 apps to search for a product market fit. And we decided to go with mental health apps and also health-related apps like sleep apps. And we have a successful sleep tracking app as well. So yeah, what we need? We need marketing budget, of course. We need a machine learning engineer and data scientist to work on the technology that will predict the mood swings by collecting data of triggers that the users will put into the app. The user acquisition manager, and we need more profound knowledge in psychology. That's why we need a PhD in psychology. So yeah, that is all. Thank you for your attention, and I'm happy to answer any question if I can. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Exactly 7 minutes. I was about to interrupt you, but you finished your presentation right on time. Okay, so I see that Denis has a question.
Yeah, thank you. As for me, in my work, a lot of stress. So probably one of your end customer is venture capitalist. But my question is about your expansion strategy in terms of new countries. How does it look?
I'm sorry, about what?
Expansion strategy in other countries.
In other countries, okay. So we are targeted on US and the UK now. So I'm afraid we do not have exact data about this now, but we're definitely thinking about expanding the market because a lot of Russian customers send us reviews like, please do this in Russian. So yeah, we're thinking about it, but not have enough data or numbers for you yet, I'm sorry. But it will be localized in Russian soon. So we're thinking about it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oscar?
Hi.
Hi.
Route to there's a long list of apps like all these other companies. So there's a lot of competitors. And for example, if you're competing against Calm.com, and all you're doing is marketing, unless you have some kind of magical solution that's 10 times better than someone else, and you get a network effect, you win, right? And if that's not the case, you need to do something else because that 700,000, and this actually goes to most apps anyways, it's like nothing, yeah? So do something else. Do basically the legwork on social media, get a couple people working on it, like intensively. Go out, pay someone a few dollars to make partnerships with universities, with the student councils, student unions. This type of stuff most probably apps never do, but I suspect because you would be undercapitalized to compete, this is what you will have to do. Yeah, do the legwork. And it's something what Dennis mentioned about other countries, perhaps even go to other countries where the other companies aren't focusing. Yeah. And get a foothold in those countries.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much for the advice.
It will still be worth a lot of money, even though it's not in America.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. We're actually building a Facebook community and a blog, so we are forwarding into this direction. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your advice. Tim, do you have a question?
Yeah, very quick question. Do you have a psychologist in your team?
Not yet. We're using like scientific articles. So for now, it's like an MVP. It's like the ABC method. So yes, we're using it. It's a well-known method of cognitive behavioral therapy. That is why I mentioned that we need a PhD in psychology in our team so we can get more profound expertise in this.
Understood. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Tanya, for your great presentation.
Thank you.
And we're moving to the last but not least, as they say, team for today. And this is YChamp. We have Alexei here, I believe. Hello. I can, yeah.
Sorry, I've just started my presentations. That's why I cannot unmute. So just a sec. Do you see?
Yeah, we can see your presentation.
Okay. Hi, my name is Alexei Solntsev, and I'm CEO of startup YChamp. YChamp is an app that gives the opportunity to win cash prizes in daily walking and running competitions. So actually, the idea of this startup was born when our founder Dmitry played in golf tournaments with just $5 entry fee and $50 prize fund. And he asked himself what motivates all these other players to join micro competitions. Financial interest was definitely not the main point for people who just paid $100 to entrance of golf course. So why? And we found this explanation in Rice motivation theory. According to this theory, people have 16 basic desires that motivate all their actions. 2 of them are need for physical activity and the need to win. That's why we decide to put main focus on people with the same profile. People with an active lifestyle and performance who like to feel victory every day. Yeah, this is Rice theory in action, like how to say. We also started to analyze different sports because golf, of course, is premium sport. And we have to find something that has much broader coverage of potential participants and have possibility to track results remotely. As you can see, about 34 million people are hiking in US annually, and about 15 million people are running in US. But in the same time, we see that there are more discipline from triathlon, running, swimming. Unfortunately, we cannot track fair results for such kind of activities. And in the same time, market of embedded trackers is mature enough. So Apple, Samsung, Xiaomi, Huawei, Garmin, Polar, they are providing solution for tracking step, distance, and attitude. So also after that, we looked to the current market of fitness and running applications. I would like to highlight that the niche of walking, running applications is about $500,000, and analysts expect 14.2% growth year over year till 2026. So we can divide all the player of running apps market into two big categories: one community-centric and one competition-centric. First one, it's services that belongs mostly to brands, Nike, Puma, and Under Armour, Adidas. And the main purpose of this application is just brand loyalty, and they propose training and tracking activities for their customers. There are some competition in this application as well, but they are mostly for mass. It's mostly mass competition with 100 participants and extremely low chance to win something. Another big category of application, it's they focus on competition, and our main focus in this cohort not on gifts for winners, but it's real cash prizes. So money prize fund, this is the biggest difference. This is point of differentiation of for our service. And since we are talking about money, cheating detection algorithms is the most important thing that we have under the hood, because huge amount of people are trying to cheat, and this is the biggest disappointment of all our users that see that cheaters exists. So what we have for the moment we have 78,000 users in our base. In year 2020, we acquired 1,172 from them paid customers, and sorry, probably I forgot to explain business model. And the main business model that we collect, we provide paid competition. People can pay from $3 to $10 payment entry fee, and after that they can win up to 50% of the total fund. And other part of fund we take as platform for platform support. What we have for the moment, we spent $10,000 for paid acquisition, and for the moment our revenue is also just about $9,000. Last 3 months, we focused on engagement in the day 1, day 7, day 14, and it looks like we have very good results for the moment according to this data. Also, we already have this historical data to build the retention curve for influence marketing. Our paying users participates in 3 paid competition on average for an 8 months period, and LTV of this cohort is about $7. So what are our plans for next 9 months?
Alexei, you have your time is up, so maybe really quickly.
This is the last slide. So we will proceed with research and development of our cheating mechanism. We will proceed to focus on influencing marketing, and of course we have to work more on onboarding and funnel optimization. This is our team. Yeah, thank you. thank you for your attention. I'm ready to answer on your question.
Thank you for your presentation. And who will be the first?
Let's make a tradition. So thank you, Alexey, for presentation. One question: how much investments do you find in right now, and what's purpose of these investments?
For the moment, we spent, I think, about $150,000. Mostly, we spend them on product development and on marketing, but not only for acquisition, but also on marketing activities related to brand, on brand.
And what is the burn rate of these investments?
So it took us 1.5 years to build this product. So it's about 10,000 per month, let's say.
Thank you.
Thank you. And can you please stop sharing your screen? Okay. Awesome. Let's continue with the other questions.
This is Tim Colgan. Maybe it's not a typical question for an investor, but what is behind your cheating detection algorithm? Can you provide some technical elaboration on that?
Yes. Since we can track steps and we can track distance, there is probability to detect unusual. This is one of the approach to detect unusual rate between number of steps and distance. The second one is information about attitude. We saw cases when people just started to participate in challenge and just running down from the hill the whole distance, and it's cheating. Also, people can put devices on clock, mechanical clock, and emulate movement of hand. Also, people are trying to put fake data using another application. There is possibility to use some Android mechanism just to put manually data and just by passing any sensors. So
yeah, thank you. It was your minute.
Understood. Thanks.
So this is Oscar. So gathering from your data, you're just under $10 in acquisition.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nine.
And perhaps I missed that slide, or I didn't understand it. You had some kind of graph where there was a timeline of engagement with clients. So that means that within the first month or so, first couple months, you have to get your money back. You have to get $20. Yeah, is that correct?
No. We do not consider model where we get all data in the first months. When I showed the slide with day 1, day 7, day 14 retention, I just would like to highlight that people interested in the idea, they have this aha moment and they proceed to play. So we consider our, let's say, LTV period as 9 months, 12 months.
Okay, thank you.
So, in the first months, it will be not possible to get money back.
Okay, thank you so much, and thank you for your presentation, and thank you for your answers. It was the last one, the last startup for today, and I really enjoyed all the pitches from all the teams, and I hope that our guests enjoyed it too. Now we would like to hear some feedback from the investors Please tell us what is your general impression, what did you like the most, and what would you advise to the startups today? Let's start one by one. Each of you will have up to 5 minutes to share your feedback and your impressions. And traditionally, let's start with Denis.
It's just a fun, it's not tradition. Sorry for interruption, my colleagues. First of all, I should mention that it's the first event for me when the quantity of investors is less than quality of startups quantity. So it's honor to be here, and thank you for invitation. The second point is about presentation skills. I think that it's pretty high skills, all of startups, and I should mention that there were a few presentations with very strong founders which have a real background creating startups and very successful stories, not only in Ukraine. So it's very amazing to see here you guys. But I should also tell that there is no evidence amongst all the stories which we have seen on the pitch elevator, because on the one hand it requires probably pivot of business model. On the other hand, probably they need to invest a lot of money to acquire new clients, new countries, and so on. But but all in all, I think that there are few stories which have very high probability of success. And as for me, I mentioned some cases. Could I name them right now? Elena?
Sorry, I didn't hear. But did you do? You can. Of course, you can name them.
Could I emphasize very, from my point of view, interested cases? First of all, I should mention Kids Locks, because it's evident that there is a real problem for all the parents trying to avoid their children from here is my son. Just wait for a while. So I should mention that it's very real viable product, but probably you should make very huge investments trying to conquer your competitors. But the idea is good and the presentation is very well. So another one project which I want to emphasize on is a project about just wait for a while. Probably Flashbeats and Saldo. From my point of view, there is a very strong team on the board. If to talk about Flashbeats, I told Roman that he has a very impressive background, and I believe that he can make success story in a new way. So to talk about Salda, it's a blue ocean, but probably they've got very unique features which they can use in their product and beat their competitors. All in all, thank you very much for all of you for participation, and probably it's reasonable to arrange a meeting, one-to-one meeting next week, for example. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us, and thank you for your feedback. And now, Oscar, please share your impressions.
Thank you, Elena, and thanks to all the participants and fellow VCs. In a way, just to extend what Denis mentioned, I would put it into two types of categories. If you're in a segment where you have many competitors, you, as Denis pointed out, you face a big hurdle to capture real estate, meaning market share. And at some companies that on someone's slide, they raise 60 million and then 20 million and so on. These are like astronomical numbers in the world where you're just competing on digital aspects. So there's two ways about it. One, be innovative, create partnerships somehow. If something doesn't work, create it in another way. Secondly, also look at it this way. In the app world, unless, and I think Flashbeats is the exception where it's kind of new, there aren't many competitors, it's the least competitive space. But if you are in a competitive space, think of it this way. Eventually, the app world will become like as if you're opening up a corner store. Yeah, all the tools basically, I can start any of these apps almost maybe with a white label solution. Yeah, and if that's the case, that means that I'm going to get lost in the world of apps. And every day a new app is coming in. So therefore, think of it this way in probability terms. What's the probability of me taking over the world in a segment where there's already tons of competitors? What's the probability of me carving out a niche? Kind of like, think of it. I just started a corner store selling fruits or little Carrefour stores, yeah. And I'm going to dominate my local area and then my province and so on. Yeah, that's a higher probability. And then you know what happens? If you do that well, you might be lucky that all of a sudden you can acquire someone else and grow and so on. Or some big guy says, well, I want to be in this area, let me buy you. So I'm not suggesting that anyone should diminish their ambitions. However, you need to decide what game you're going to play. Is it the more higher probable game? Yeah. Carve out a local market for you, do partnerships locally and build that way? Or are you just going to go for the big play, take the whole market and just see what happens? Yeah, that's a decision that each founder has to make themselves. Yeah. And I think that's my main message from this. Like, at the end of the day, everyone's competent here. You wouldn't be here if you weren't. So you've already shown something. So at this point, it's just like, can you make the right decision for the right outcome? And sometimes, even if it doesn't work out, it didn't mean that you didn't make the right decisions. There's also some luck played into it. However, you know, luck is not a strategy, but bring the probabilities in your favor. In my prior career, I was a trader, and we had a saying: the name of the game is to stay in the game. And actually, you guys are the new age traders. Yeah, you can make money fast, but you have to stay in the game. So you guys decide. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing with us. And Tim, can you please share your how you like this day today and your impressions and your feedback?
Yeah, I was just launching my timer. Thank you very much, Google and organizers and Lena, for having me, and thank you guys for presenting. It was fantastic. And for Denise, it was my first experience in this role. I mean, when it's just like a mentor. But I would not, beat around the bush, and I will, in my traditional manner, provide very straightforward feedback to each one of you. No offense, guys. I will follow one by one in the order that we were presented by you. So first of all is a startup called Orti. Very strong team, honestly, quite impressive. See that you're very professional guys. You have very strong background, and I honestly believe in you. I understand that you need to roll up your sleeves and do a lot of work. I think that you're destined for success, and there are a couple of concerns arising. First one is kind of a very low gross margin, which is, I think, must be higher. I think that you should definitely monitor almost on a quarterly basis your exit options. and always align your business model to exit opportunities, because you're in a very competitive market, and I think that either you will succeed or not would very much depend on your ability to align to exit opportunities. Next one, kids logs. My impression that, yeah, we of course all see that phenomena that demonstrates significant overuse of screen and screen time and our devices. But I'm not quite sure that you were able to, what you demonstrated convinces us that you can unlock the market and monetization opportunity. I would expect you to demonstrate more technological superiority over incumbent applications of vendors. So I didn't see that, and honestly, I don't know. I wouldn't invest in your business simply because I don't understand how you want to bid them. I don't see the technology behind. Walk Alike, CD Quest, very fancy, very nice and cozy, some kind of application. I would be happy to use it on a daily or weekly basis with my kids. Going forward, I wish you all success, and I think that you have significant chances for success, but you may need to pay additional attention to your content strategy, because you're in the content business basically. And I understand, as far as I understand, you want to basically invest in your own content production, and it must be your the most significant differentiation point. And the next one would be ability to recommend proper routes and proper tours to your customers. So basically, it's a combination of investments in content production as well as in marketing, and it must be supported with a content defense strategy, because it would be easy to copy, and you need somehow to protect it and make it unique. I think that there is no other strategy other than to constantly be ahead of your competitors in terms of content. Flashbeats, as it looks to me, ineffective monetization strategy. It doesn't look like a complete business model, and technology itself doesn't look like something appealing to me. Maybe it must be somehow integrated into further technologies that could be eventually monetized. Saldo apps, accounting and automation. Basically, I think it may be big, very big story if guys succeed. But the key problem which I see envisaged is a significant budget and poor headphones quality that you need to change in Metro. So you must be prepared to spend much, because you decided to cover many aspects of accounting, and honestly, you should be backed up by very well rich investor willing to kind of accept losses for a long time. But again, I think that it may be huge. Still didn't see enough confirmation of your technological superiority again. But I think that given the complexity of task, it may be done. Bloomy Lab. Honestly, my impression is that someone without a psychologist in the team is not allowed to provide any treatment to people in stress. Honestly, I think it's irresponsible and sometimes even be harmful. Next one, YChamp. Cash. I think that's just fantastic business model, honestly, and fantastic idea. And I think the achieving detection algorithm is the core asset of your business. But I think that you should think through the monetization model, because it seems like something to be improved. I would rather focus on either getting cash from advertisers or from sports event organizers. That can be, to me, it may be looking much more appealing in terms of monetization. I'm done, thank you. And one last comment. I was quite surprised to learn that sex is treated as household activity.
According to The Economist.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for such an in-depth feedback. And thank you again to all the investors for joining us today. And now I would like to give the floor to the co-organizer of Growth Academy, Zhenya Galkin.
Thank you, Lena, and thanks to all the investors for the amazing feedback. Hello, everyone. Great to see you all at our virtual demo day of Growth Academy. I'm really inspired with your presentations. Thank you so much. My name is Evgeny Galkin. I'm a head of industry at Google Ukraine. Google for Startups is our company's initiative to help startups thrive across every corner of the world. We bring the best of Google's services, connections, and best practices to enable startups to build better products. As a part of the Growth Academy team, I'm extremely grateful to everyone who participated in our 3-month program. I'm thankful to our participants who attended lectures and completed multiple homework tasks. Our industry experts delivered more than 40 sessions on various topics from building a product to UI UX, growth marketing, and international expansion. They covered the most important milestones on the long journey to successful start. Also, I'm grateful to our Google buddies who watched you throughout the program and were always ready to help. Guys, 3 months is quite a term, especially for online education when Netflix is just a few clicks away. I'm admiring those who made it to the end and really hope that the insights from the course inspired you to empower your products. In order to thank all of the participants, we prepared some presents. I'm sure you will like them. And even more, we have special set of presents for the most active participants. So stay tuned. They will be soon delivered to your door. Sorry, no reindeers, just a regular delivery. And for those who completed the course and pitched their startup today and during the demo day, we're giving a special Google for Startups alumni digital badge. You can place this badge on your website, on LinkedIn or Facebook page. Using this badge makes it easier for your customers, investors, and press to identify and to connect, to understand your connection with Google for Startups. Many of you asked us on getting access to lectures and videos of presentations. I will provide you with the program media after you will fill in the very final form, very final feedback form. I promise that that's the very final form, no more. One of the main advantages of such programs are connections. So please don't forget to share your contact information with your teammates and Google buddies. On behalf of our small Growth Academy team, I wish you, as it's called, never stop starting. It's a motto of Google for Startups. We hope you enjoyed this 3 months adventure and feel more confident about the future of your startup. And now I'm giving the floor to my colleague Adriana, who will be your contact whenever you need Google support. Adriana?
Thank you. Hello, and congratulations to all the participants on the last 3 months. And for those who are still want to embrace the journey with us, with Google, but specifically with user acquisition strategy or specifically Google Ads campaigns, we are running from 3 to 6 months programs every single quarter with top startups and app companies from the CE region to help them, not necessarily mentoring, but more like a practical knowledge on the ground with analyzing your benchmarks, your performance of the game, and how we can apply this knowledge to run successful user acquisition campaigns within our tools. So what we offer is basically, there's a free of charge support program to help you launch and optimize your campaigns. So we have the active support with our app growth managers from the region who have quite solid experience from apps in general. How we could structure the communication. I know that you have already some lectures on universal app campaigns. Some of them are running already. For those who are brand new, we can schedule a follow-up calls in January, 15 to 20 minutes. If you're interested, I will leave my contact afterwards and maybe in the email. And since you went through the program, we can offer you a certain level of support depending on your needs for the next few months in terms of onboarding and in terms of helping you crafting and scaling the campaigns. So I think it's quite unique to leverage this opportunity, which we are offering to our top startups and app companies from the region. So the point of contact, we can jump to another slide, is myself. You have my email. It's not Adriana, it's Adasano, Google.com, and we are happy to chat with you from the beginning of next year when you're going to be ready to launch the campaigns, to prepare the strategy, and then we usually organize bi-weekly calls with our partners to review, to optimize, to use all the data that we are having to help you navigate through sometimes quite complex landscape and tools. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Adriana, and thank you, Zhenya. And I would like to say big thanks to our awesome panel of investors. Thanks to the organizers of Google Growth Academy. And of course, thanks to all the teams for your dedication and for your hard work, especially to those who participated in all or almost all practical blocks and were active. I wish you all luck, and I hope to see you soon on the pages of Forbes, TechCrunch, top charts and ratings of the best startups in the world. I hope you enjoyed the Academy. I hope you get a lot of connections. I hope you get a lot of useful knowledge, and you have some insights in your workbook. And I really hope that you will keep in touch and continue supporting each other even after the program, because the supporting community is probably the most valuable benefit that you can get. So thank you again, and congratulations to all of you for finishing the Growth Academy. And yeah, now it's time to celebrate.
Now it's time to say goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Good luck.
Thank you,
Bye.
Lena. Thank you, Zhenya and Paul.
Thank you, Lena. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.